subscribers, my old school subscribers, and my TikTok family. And I gotta start rapping my direct title here. It's ridiculous. I appreciate you guys. Listen, I'm getting back on here, dropping what I does. It is what it is. I don't care. Oh, I'm not gonna bother me. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Look, man, semen retention makes you, any guy can get to be that guy, but semen retention fast tracks you to being that guy. And I'm gonna tell you something. Part of being that guy, man, that all women want, you know what I'm saying, that dude, is you have to not really want to chase after women. You just gotta have a greater purpose. Normally it takes guys years in life to get to this point, sometime around 50 sometimes. But, you know, if you can shortcut it with semen retention, and then, because when you're on semen retention, it's hard to stop yourself from wanting to be with a woman if a woman's offering herself to you. But once you learn that level of discipline, it's like a wall falls down. And when the wall falls down, because before the wall, all to most of every gorgeous woman, good-looking women, no matter what they said, sounded good, looked good, when the wall down, you're like, you're an idiot. Yeah, you're a dumbass. You know what I'm saying? Like, you start seeing that kind of stuff, and it's like, I don't even think you washed your ass today. Like, you start noticing stuff like that, man. You stop looking at their beauty, and you start seeing that kind of person in front of you, and you're like, this is a trifling ass person. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no great individual. It's a trifling ass female, you know, and it allows you to start compartmentalizing things and focusing on greater things. But I'm gonna tell you the biggest secret that women don't know about, and to their detriment. Yeah, man. See, when you're on semen retention, you know what I'm saying? And don't judge me. Yes, I'm drinking on my kids' juice boxes, man. Look, I had to get out here and make this live, and it's past the time for me to be able to eat, so I'm going to go ahead and drink something. It's okay. Anyway, let's talk about it. When you're on semen retention, you get the superpower, man, to where you can see through everybody's BS. You can see what people are really trying to say. And you know when people are watching you and paying you attention. You see patterns. You notice when people stop doing things and change their patterns after you've changed your pattern and made something, you know, aware or anyone can see. And this ability is overlooked far too much. Let's talk about it for a second, okay? Women don't have this ability, all right? I don't know what they get whenever they retain themselves, but most women don't retain themselves, so we'll never know. But guys, man, we can see a woman's intent. Okay, what I've learned under semen retention, which we kind of already knew, but this is valid verification. Most women go out of their way to make it seem like they're not watching us or chasing us. But once on semen retention, you realize they're doing everything to chase us. They're even gaslighting us online to make us want to go after them. They're doing everything. Men aren't even thinking like this, man. We ain't got the machine behind us. We're not over here thinking about different kind of ways we can use the social construct to gaslight women into wanting to choose us. We just put ourselves out, you know, talking and order hot breath, and you're just like, you know. But if you're out here on semen retention, you get away from them for a little while. You're not touching their soft skin. You're not able to let them BS you, whispering sweet pillow talk in your ear. You're like, you're full of BS. And you know what? You go out of your way to make it seem like you're not watching me. But by the way you're speaking, by the way you've changed the way that you go about, you know what I'm saying, your conversations, you're starting, because when you start watching people for a long period of time, they pick up on your mannerisms, they pick up on your speech, they pick up on everything. See, this is stuff I was taught in the Army somewhat, but it's really, you know, just tapping into this power that heightens it, and I can't turn it off. So even if I'm watching a content creator, I will automatically notice when they're getting influence from me. I'm like, oh, he got that from me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, or, you know, and if you're any kind of way tapped in, you're this kind of way as well. Now, some people might say, are you being paranoid? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Are you being self-absorbed? Absolutely not. This is the way I believe in things, and that's just, you know, how I move. I have a certain system. Now, I used to do a 3-point system, where if I caught them saying something like I said, I caught them regurgitating information pretty much verbatim what I'm saying, and I forgot what the third one was. But I don't even do that anymore. I go off the first instinct. When I can tell somebody's watching me, I just go off of it, man. And what I do is, this is part of our power. You're able to build demographics in your head. You don't need analytical information from the radio or, you know, social media platforms to tell you the demographics of these women like this, these men like this. You build that in your head. You can see who's watching you. You don't say nothing. You let them watch you and you be like, okay, this person, this person, this person. Okay, these people are kind of similar. You know, I got this demographic. So what it allows you to do is it allows you to adjust, adapt on the fly, and be ahead of everybody else because you can see these demographics, man. You got archetypes, you build them, you can see the demographics, and you can adjust accordingly. This kind of power right here puts you ahead of the game at all times. Do you know that there are, you know what I'm saying, organizations and companies out there, they have to get information from all sources and, you know what I'm saying, consolidate it, and no. You're able to do that just being the way that you are. You're able to do that just being the way that you are, okay? Let me let these people pass by for a second, y'all. And I'll get back to whatever I'm talking about. And you guys, make sure you hit that like button, you know what I'm saying? Hit that like button, share the live. Hey, what's going on? Yes. It's busy out here, y'all. It's midday. And again, remember, the kids are out of school. Remember, man, listen, when you're on semen retention, dude, you can literally, when women are trying to BS you, when they're trying to play you like they don't see you, you can tell they're watching you. And the best part about it, you don't have no ego. So you can just, I'm just gonna sit back and let it play out. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna sit back and let, you know, this woman or these women, you know, act like they don't notice, or I don't notice what they're doing, or them changing themselves based off the information I'm putting out. I won't say nothing. That way I can observe them and I can adjust some more. I can know who to avoid. I can know who to entertain. I just take, listen, I'm an engineer, man. I like to take in information and I keep that information and I use it. I don't just like let people be around me or orbit me or play around with me and my energy, dude. I'm going over this way. They're getting a little bit too loud for no reason. I'm starting to notice I'm doing this walking thing. And, you know, people are starting to, I guess, recognize my channel or something. They're popping up whenever I go for my walks. And, man, I be in the zone, man. I ain't even trying to be rude to nobody. I just be in the zone. You know, I'm just out here trying to remember what I was thinking about before I got out here. And, you know what I'm saying? People pop up, start yelling, you know what I mean? And walking and giggling and all this stuff. And I forgot that school is out, man. Anyway. Remember, y'all, like right now, the name of the game is to keep everything to yourself and move in silence. There's women out here thinking that we are trying to copy and imitate what women do whenever they go through a breakup with a man and they start talking all this spiritual stuff. And we all know that's bullshit, man. Like, I don't listen to any woman talking about she's going through a spiritual journey. That means she's had too many toxic men and she's detoxing herself and she ain't really worth my time. I'm not gonna be worried about it. Any woman talking about she's had to go through so much that she got to go through a spiritual journey, I know what a woman's journey entails. No accountability and not taking responsibility for anything. So it's her blaming her ex and things of that nature. So I never even entertain it. But I'm hearing, you know, some chatter where women are thinking that we're appropriating their movement of healing themselves, which, no, we're just tired of y'all raggedy ass women. We're not going to deal with your raggedy ass selves. We're just going to go overseas and we're self-improving what any man would do whenever they're isolated by themselves. We're not hijacking nothing. We're not copying anything y'all do. Because for one thing, you never did anything in the first place. You talk about doing stuff, but all you're doing is projecting and trying to get out of responsibility and accountability. Every time I hear a woman online talking about doing the exact same thing I'm doing, when they're like, yeah, I'm sending and I had my awakening and that's why I had to leave my husband and that's why I'm going to the gym. They're a mess. Every woman I see doing what I do, they are a mess. I don't know whether they're a masculine woman or they're a feminine woman and they're like, I balance my energies. And to me, it seemed like not a masculine, a GMO, masculine, wild woman trying to explain her way out of her mistakes in her past. We're not doing that. We're just like, yeah, listen, we can see the market is garbage, so we're all about self-improvement. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But you can't tell these women that, man. You know what I'm saying? So what you got to do is, listen, pay attention, notice things around you, You know, they're going to hijack whatever they can. You know what I'm saying? They're going to try to make it seem like, oh, men are just doing what we do, and they're mad at us because, no, we're not doing that, man. We're legit, you know, self-improving. You know what I'm saying? We're not trying to get back at you. We're not trying to mimic what y'all did. We don't even think about what y'all were doing. Women have always said that they're going to do that whenever they go through a breakup. I'm going to heal, and I'm like, y'all always say that. And then you got another Pookie or Ray Ray or Brady or Brad. Like, we don't listen. We're not listening to that. Never have. We're just saying that we're done in this rat race. We're looking at the analytics, and we see that, you know what I'm saying, the juice ain't worth the squeeze. You know what I mean? Assets and liabilities. Y'all are a bunch of liabilities. A bunch of y'all have liabilities, as in children, and then you're trying to rebrand yourselves as like top shelf, brand new, you know what I'm saying, off the assembly line. What are you talking about? Somebody's already gotten that off the assembly line. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Look, all we're doing is working and improving ourselves. Don't listen. And when you hear women talking like that kind of stuff, dude, you gotta pay attention to this kind of stuff, man. It's wild out here. I mean, and I'm always looking for that needle in the haystack. I'm always looking for that diamond in the rough, but it's so hard to find her, man. It's so hard to, even if you found a decent chick, what if she's hanging around a bunch of scallywags? They're going to influence her anyway. They're going to influence her anyway. So you're kind of damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You know, listen, save your money up. They're listening to us right now. Some of them are coming across, but your superpower when you're on semen retention, even after you come off of semen retention, I assume, you can see through everybody's BS. You can see the shifts that go on. You can build demographics, and then you can take that analytical information and adjust and adapt accordingly. That's all that I do. I just take all the information I get from the different sources of people that I know are watching me. And see, everybody's so full of ego, so you never have to worry about, because if somebody told me they're watching me, then it's kind of like pointless. But if I know they're watching me and they don't know that I know they're watching me, then I can watch how they move. I'm a soldier too, man, and I'm an engineer, so I do a lot of stuff. But I do a lot of stuff. My stuff ain't based off of assumptions all the time. No, I get some analytical information based off the people thinking that they're slick watching me, and I'm watching them watch me. That's what I do. And you're gonna notice I always stay ahead that kind of way. So the longer that people are in their ego and try to sneak around and watch a lot of the other content creators and stuff, I watch them. I just don't say nothing. And then I use whatever I learned from them from watching a few videos, and I take whatever's good, throw away the rest of the trash, and I keep it moving, man. You know what I'm saying? I do it all the time. I got so many, y'all would be surprised at the people that watch me. You'd be surprised. You'd be like, I wouldn't even suspect this kind of person. Man, I have all kind of people watching me, man. They don't know that I know that they're watching me though, man. So I keep it that way. I go and watch them, see the kind of person they are, see what made them want to take on whatever it is that I got going on, and I move and I adjust. You know what I'm saying? Add it to my collection. Add it to the way that I figure people out. It's never going to hurt you to do that kind of stuff, man. You know, keep your mouth shut. When you know that somebody is watching you or paying too close attention or paying a good kind of attention, whatever, keep it to your chest. Don't tell nobody nothing. Watch that kind of person and watch how they move and see the kind of people that you attract. You know what I'm saying? It's that kind of, you got to move like this, because nowadays nobody's ever going to tell you that they get inspiration from you or you inspire them or they use you as a muse. No one, you got a few that will do it, and shout out to those, but most people keep it close to their chest. They watch you. I've seen dudes take words right out of my mouth, man. You know what I'm saying? I noticed that no one is telling me any of this stuff. I gotta just notice it, right? I gotta pick up on it, I gotta catch it. I'm not catching it for an ego thing, but if I don't know if what I'm doing is making a change, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta do it for that reason, because when you're on your shit and you're confident, nobody wants to tell you nothing. Nobody wants to tell you nothing. Nobody wants to help you out, which you don't want help anyway. But nobody wants to tell you anything. So I'm built to where I can tell myself. I don't need any jackass to tell me if they're watching me or not. I don't need none of that. I can see it. And I keep it to myself, and then I take that information and I build on it. Do the same thing, man. While you're doing whatever you're doing right now and you're redefining what a man is, you know what I'm saying? When you notice that you're influencing someone, don't say nothing to them. Don't say shit to them. Watch them. Watch them. Watch them from afar and see how they move. See what they're doing with the information you're putting out. See if they're just copying and regurgitating it for whatever reasons, for, you know, cloud or whatever, or if they're doing something with it, you know, so they're actually inspired by you the right kind of way. Just pay attention, man. Like, I just don't say anything. It's not the time in my career yet to be saying anything, but I notice it, I see it, and how in the world am I not going to be as confident as I am when I can clearly see how many different kind of people on way higher levels than me being influenced by little old me? Why in the world wouldn't I be confident? Why wouldn't I? I can see it. I hope y'all know I can see it. So why wouldn't I? I'm not going to never change what I'm doing. I'm not going to never go about doing what I'm doing any differently. Not with all of you eating off my plate. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep my mouth shut, keep watching who's watching me. You know what I'm saying? Because man, listen, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'll be like, what would this person get out of watching me? And then you start really realizing that you really have a great impact on people. You don't need to be told these kind of things, bro. Like, you don't need to be, you just can observe it. You can feel it for one, but then you observe it. You know what I'm saying? Because normally when somebody's kind of not feeling like you're great, they'll give you that pat on the back, that a boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you tried. But when nobody's telling you nothing, oh, bro, you're on it, man. You're on it. You're on it. Especially when you hear people using your points, you know what I'm saying? You're on it. And you're in a unique lane, whatever you're doing, right? Keep doing it. Because you'll get, hey, listen, you're going to get wherever you're going to, and you're going to get there by yourself, and you're going to get there with all the information you've collected on your own without having somebody have to tell you something like, oh, move this kind of way. You know what I mean? People that are like there to help you out all the time. I don't have nobody like that. So I just figured out on my own. I know this stuff. I'm like, oh, this group of people watching me. And oh, she's saying, I know, yeah, okay. So, I mean, she had nothing to do with what I talk about. I didn't know I influenced that broad. Okay, I take it in consideration. You know, like when I'm working out, I know these women are watching me work out. At first I was doing it, I do it on TikTok because it's my stress reliever. But I started noticing content creators talking about a guy that works out a lot. And I'm just like, bruh. And I just kind of like started paying attention. And then I went to Moon and I asked Moon, I'm like, Moon, you think they're gonna be watching me work out? And he's like, dude, shut up. You know they be watching you, man. You know they be watching you. Getting all worked up. I don't care if they're married or not. They're over here watching me, man. They're not gonna never tell me though. They're never gonna tell me nothing. Now, if a woman's doing whatever she wants, everybody let her know what, but women don't tell you nothing. So when I don't hear nothing, I know everybody watching. You know what I'm saying? And I take that in. I mean, listen, women live in their own delusional realities. I'm actually basing my reality off of some kind of facts that I'm noticing, not just what I feel. You know what I mean? So I know they're watching me, man. I see between lines, man. Women listen, most guys are on here talking about being big and bulky. I've been the only guy of recent, you know, that's just not a fitness influencer, talking about keep it thin, man. You know what I mean? Keep the V taper. Women don't want all that. Then people start talking about that, go from talking about being bulky to being, I noticed that shit. So I'm like, okay, and you want to know the only reason why dudes copy me? Because the dudes will go to my TikTok. They'll check on me. Oh, he talked about he get women. Let me check on his TikTok. They go on the TikTok and they see the kind of women I get, and they're like, well, damn, he do. Okay, and then they take what they take from me. You know what I'm saying? Dudes do it all the time. They pop up in my doggone feed. Listen, man. When you know the kind of influence you're having, you don't need validation from anybody else. And on Semen Retention, it makes you that guy, and you have everyone is paying attention to you, even when you're trying to be low key, even when you're just trying to get to the store, get back, if you're just making a little bit of content, kind of waiting on things and dust to settle with some court cases, right? People are still making you into that guy. You haven't even given them the 100% you yet, and these people are out here watching you, wondering. Dude, there are women out here wondering how you make your money. I had a woman hit me up on Facebook talking some sugar daddy stuff. I want a sugar baby. These are the same people that I be seeing on YouTube and stuff. So when she hit me up, I'm like, these chicks are wondering how I make my money. They're trying to make it seem like I got to look. They do a lot. You're being watched hard, man. You got a lot of people watching you. They ain't never seen nobody like you. They ain't even got a name. These women they're scared to give it a name for the kind of man that we are. They just keep saying this new type of guy. They're scared to put a name to it. You know, they don't know how much you know. They don't know how much you're paying attention. And we're paying attention to everything. We notice everything. I don't know how to put it any other kind of way. Y'all chicks be thinking y'all slick, bro. I can see all of y'all. I know all the ones watching me. I go watch y'all, then I find out what y'all like, then I start doing that shit. You want to watch me and get worked up on me and try to be slick? Nah, I'm going to find out what turns you on through going through your social media, and I'm going to start doing it. So married or not, you still getting wet from me. What you think this is? You sitting out there trying to watch from a distance and play it safe? I'm messing with your head. I know who's watching me. I'm messing with your head. Best believe that. You know what I'm saying? Best thing for you to do is let it be known that you're watching. You don't. I'm just, like I told you, it don't take much for me to figure out. All I got to do is go to your channel. I'm so tapped in. When I see a woman wearing tight stuff and she's fit, I already know she like a fit dude. I already know she like a fit dude. If I see a woman on a YouTube channel or TikTok and she's very authoritative, I can tell she like authoritative dudes. I can already tell. So if you watching me, I know I'm working you up and turning you on. I'm going to do exactly what I know that you want to hear and what you want to see. Best believe that. You're not getting away with shit. What you're doing is giving me a whole bunch of free information that I would have only gotten if I would have been out there dating nonstop. Now I ain't got a date. Women watch my content, go make content off of me, then I get to watch what they say about me. And I'm like, oh, y'all like that? I'll do that more. Oh, y'all like to stare more? I'll do that more. Oh, y'all like the veins in my hands and in my arms? I'll have that more going on. I'm taking note, man. I know what y'all watching me, man. I know you're watching me. So keep doing what you're doing. Try to be slick about it. Make it seem like you're not watching the brother, man. I know you are, okay? Gentlemen, also play it safe. Don't never tell them that you know. I have to tell them because I'm telling y'all. But don't never tell a woman that you know that they're watching you. Take note from whatever information you can get from them. And then adjust and do it more. So that way you're working them up even more. They're like, how does he just know what I want? Because I'm watching you watch me, fool. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So come on, all right, y'all. Let's play the game with them. Told you, go overseas to go find something serious. Let's play the game with them over here. Play the game. They're watching you, bro. The whole goal is, again, to make it seem like they're not watching you. Do you know how much work women put into trying to make it seem like they're not watching you? Man, that's the majority of the work, to make it seem like they're not paying us no attention. I'm trying to tell you, man, y'all got this. You got this. We're winning right now. We're winning. And see, we're on the right side of things. We just want good women. We're not trying to manipulate anybody and take all their assets or nothing. We're on the right side of things. These women on the wrong side of things, and now all of their little tricks are being exposed. And we know that they do really trifling things. We know that all women are not ladies. You know what I'm saying? And we know they study the crap out of us. They study the crap out of us. Like a college course. Like they're studying for a college exam. They study the crap out of us, man. Even the ones that claim that they hate you, they study the crap out of you. Now, I don't even understand why, if women have this intuition, women's intuition, they get fooled by pookies and they got to study us, you know what I'm saying, like a book, instead of getting intuitive downloads as to the kind of man they want and moving accordingly. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. I got plenty more videos coming where I'm cooking these low quality, low IQ females. And I'm not just talking about them in this video. I'm talking about all women that study men, try to keep it low key. What we have to learn how to do is study them studying us and not say shit. Just like take notes and then bring the notes back to the collective, man. That's what we need to be doing. Straight up. Not even playing around anymore. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna hold y'all too much longer. I just wanted to get this out there because y'all don't know how much women are watching you. You don't know the power you have. You know what I'm saying? Because some of y'all aren't really, you know, you're working and stuff. Maybe you can't tap in like I can because I'm on social media. So I'm able to see, remember what I told you before, any social media influencer with any following is a representation of that person's following. So if I build archetypes off these social media influencers, I'm able to kind of tap in to their collective, the people that they represent, which could be 100,000, 5,000, 50,000, or 200,000 people, right? I'm tapping into that audience by tapping into her. So while she's studying me, I'm studying that entire demographic of the people that she represents. And I'm able to adjust accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they're not looking at it like I do. You know, and I'm looking at it in a whole different way. And that's why everybody's like, how is he able to, because I'm studying you, studying me. I see what y'all like, and I'm adjusting accordingly to drive you crazy while still telling you I'm never going to give you a chance, or I'm super picky. That's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? And remember, before I get off of here, the men's self-improvement movement has nothing to do with women going on their spiritual journey or the crazy stuff they do after a breakup. And they say, I'm gonna heal myself. And all men know that's bullshit. We don't need you to tell us that. All men know that. When we hear that stuff, we know that some ex hurt her really bad and she's never gonna get over him, and it's all BS. When a guy, no matter whatever the reason is, goes on a self-improvement movement type of situation, you're gonna see him improve in all aspects of his life. And it's not gonna be based off of or for a woman. Y'all will be talking all that crap and you can't wait to get back into a relationship. Only men can be lone wolves, okay? I keep telling y'all, man, only a man can be a lone wolf. A woman is just lonely. Women don't like being by themselves. Even when they're solo without having a man, they got 35 friends, man. That's not being a lone wolf. So remember that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Tap into and lean into your intuition and your analytical information. When you start noticing stuff, make mental note of it or jot it down and start, you know what I'm saying, making some, you know, graphs or some kind of whatever the information you're getting. Get your own analytics, man. Start building off of it. That way you're able to tap in, know how to move in a positive way, and to be really attractive to women, and know how to also, you know, come across like you ain't gonna take no crap, right? It's all about that kind of stuff. You gotta be able to be a mover and a shaker, man. You know what I mean? I be doing this stuff. I don't be playing around on here. I pays attention. Anyway, y'all, peace, love, and light. Remember, hit that like button, share the live, and subscribe. Love y'all, your brother. Remember that. I waited too late. I'm already